first, but here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go, 'cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland, I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Good evening, guys. Welcome. My name is JP Tuason, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tuason Racing. So I'd like to welcome everybody to our second Riding Shotgun Conversations with Tuason Racing. And tonight, it's all about loving your car accessories in the time of COVID-19. I've got two great guys with us tonight. I'm sure most of you guys out there in the motorsports community know these guys. They are the most interesting race owners that are out there. They are very, very good friends. They both love watches, and they consider themselves frenemies. So from partspro.ph, we've got Raffy. Raffy, how you doing? Welcome.
Hey, how are you? I hope everybody's home and safe and doing well. I'm here. Absolutely not busy, but we've been using the time to re-educate our staff to teach them more about cars and so they're able to serve the customers better.
Hey, you know, I'm super happy that you guys are serving that ramen kit. You've saved our lives. The family's happy.
Thanks,
So,
you're welcome.
as a side
So,
note
yeah,
for our viewers,
there are a few people they don't know. Yeah, about
yeah,
that.
Raffy owns Mendocoro and Yushuken, the very
Yeah,
famous
I'm
ramen
one of the
houses.
guys. One of the guys. Yeah.
One of the
And yeah,
guys.
since we launched that take home ramen kit a little over a month ago, it's been nuts. You know, the current waiting is about 3 weeks for delivery and about a little less than a week for pickup. It's nuts.
It is nuts. So I'm very happy to have been able to get on that list after about 2 weeks. Okay, and from Aguila Glass and Auto Performance PH, we have Mr. Francis Aguila. How you doing, my friend? What's up?
What's up, guys? I'm still a little bit annoyed that I put in a terrible performance in yesterday's esports race, but otherwise I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, man, I watched that race. You had I think you bumped everybody in that race.
Bro, I
There was
got
damage
bumped
all
too,
over-
man. I got
there was
bumped
damage
too.
all
Come
over those
on.
cars.
I got bumped too.
Okay, so let's get right into it. And just like you, I really miss racing. So I'm happy that at least we've got the virtual racing thing going. But I really miss being at the track. So let's get into that. First thing I want to discuss with you guys is very simply, what is your favorite car to drive? And this is interesting because a lot of people don't know, right? What was your favorite car to drive? So I think we've got a quick photo that we can pull up, right? For let's start with Raffy.
Yeah, do I go first?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
good.
There you go.
So for me, my favorite car to drive is a car that unfortunately I only owned for a period of 5 months. It's a Subaru BRZ. I took it everywhere. You know, it's the kind. I took it to the track at least 10 times. I took it to Sierra Madre, as in this photo, thrice, and I took it around town. Took it to the golf club. Took it to the gym. Took it to the mall, etc. In every instance, whether you're pushing at 95% or you're pushing at 2%, you know, in traffic, it's such a joy. It just so happened that after 5 months of ownership, I got an opportunity to pick up one of a very nice at that time 2013 991 Carrera S. And so
beautiful
of
car.
course, you know, it's being rather rather interested also in going back to Porsche as a brand. I said, okay, I put up my BRZ for sale, sold it the same day, and put up my then Lexus ISF, the 5-liter one. And with the proceeds of that, I added it in for the down payment of the 991. No regrets, really. But if you ask me which is the best car that I've ever experienced driving outside of a race car, my BRZ.
Okay.
How about you, Francis? My frenemy.
Actually, I'm sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Damn it.
Sino
Ala.
yan?
Okay. The problem is it's Viber, so it's on my computer. So sorry, that's okay. Sorry.
Okay.
guys.
That's okay. You can tell them we're on a podcast with about 5,000
Yeah,
people.
so if you like,
Hey,
ano,
everyone,
you
for
want
you, I don't know how many guys are watching. My bad.
You better raffle something off really nice tonight, okay?
It's
Yeah.
right here. It's right here, fellas. It's right here.
All right,
It's
there
right
you go.
here.
We've got a Brembo Hot Wheel. There we go. Okay, so
But actually,
moving on.
I want to touch on what Raffy said about the BRZ real quick because I'm very much in agreement with him in that the criticism of cars like that, 200 horsepower, it's so slow, blah, 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 blah. But actually, you really get a lot of the most gratifying experience sometimes is in a car that your skills allow you to max out. So similarly, well, favorite car to drive. Well, right now is I have an E36 M3 race car that has about 200
Oh yeah.
wheel.
Well, I think we've got a photo of that car. So let's see. Sorry. There we go.
There we go. So it's
Naman!
Diba?
Fresh,
With the matching trophies,
fresh,
dami.
fresh.
Ang dami.
Nandidiin talaga.
Oo nga eh. Oo nga.
Actually, no. See, I just miss Raffy. Raffy's out of enduro, so I want him back. I miss my best frenemy.
All right, wait. Tell us about this car.
Yeah, say it. Sure. I bought it stock. Engine actually is still stock. It's a US spec, so it only has about 200 and maybe 200 wheels somewhere there.
Okay. Wow.
I never touched the engine. It's really just suspension, brakes, lightening, the basic stuff to make the car quick around the corners. But to go back to what Raffy's talking about, he went to a Porsche. He's talking about a BRZ because, I mean, Raffy, I think both me and you were more avid amateurs than we are pros like JP, right? So at our skill level, a lower horsepower car, you can max it out and not kill yourself and really enjoy the ride. Whereas I've driven everything from Ferraris to whatever, and you go 50% of it and you're like, oh shit, I might kill myself.
That's right. That's right.
And well, to drive around the road, it's an old. I don't have it anymore. Well, I have a version of it. It's an old BMW 325 station wagon. I love it. Very comfortable. I've taken it to Baguio. I've taken it to Batangas. Road trips and whatnot. So, yeah, very similar to Raffy, a car that maybe won't be considered as super fast car by a lot of people, but very, very rewarding. Rear-wheel drive, front engine, all that stuff.
The thing is nga, like sa akin, no, I've never been a power a power specific, power hungry kind of guy in terms of cars. Never. When I was in college, this was in the early 90s, diba? And ganyan. My car was a 1.2 Civic EG at that time with a that probably didn't even have maybe 60 horsepower or something. And my 60 wheel, or I had a 1.3 na semi knockdown Corolla. And at that time, I was really happy with that as well. I've never been the type. Although there was a period wherein I had a Galant GTI.
Nice.
And that at that time, to have 150 horsepower again was like, whoa, diba? It's a lot.
Yep.
Ganyan. But still, it's a far cry pa rin from cars today. Far cry from cars today. I had lots of fun. Lots of fun talaga.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from you guys is basically most of your favorite cars are rear-wheel drive.
Absolutely. Not even close.
I would say sa akin, minsan oo, minsan hindi, depends. But it just so happens that this particular best to drive car of mine is a well sorted out, pretty well balanced rear-wheel drive car. But
we have a photo of that, right? Is that the next photo we're going to show?
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. Okay, so let's
not yet. The BRZ pa lang, no? The BRZ.
Okay.
No, that's next pa.
That's next. Okay, sorry.
Even this one.
It's also rear-wheel drive.
Okay. It's also rear-wheel drive. It's also silver. That's so boring.
Oh boy, there's a trend here, huh? There's a trend.
But here's the thing, no. None of these cars were okay out of the box for me as the way they came out of the dealership. Going to our topic tonight, which is car accessories or slight modifications of cars, no? And ganyan. To me, I always have to tweak it a little bit to the way I like it. And for me, handling is very, very, very important. So what do I do? Like here in the BRZ. On this BRZ, I have KW Variant 3 suspension. And the Variant 3 suspension, we adjusted it even, to be able to lower the car just a little bit more. The standard lowering kasi of this is 30 mm. We added another 5 in front, just to be able to dip the front a little more. And then we changed the wheels to forged wheels. We changed the brake lines. We changed the brake pads. We changed the brake fluid, which to me is even more important than changing the brake pads and the brake lines. You change the brake fluid. And essentially, dyan pa lang, the it's so drastically different already.
Yeah,
It's
agreed.
so much fun. Going to the what I drive now, and what I enjoy now. Could we switch to the photo of the Aston
Yeah.
Vantage, please?
Okay, so there we
So
go. Wow, look at
this is
that.
what I enjoy now. This is what I love now. No,
Wow, we.
I've had this car since 2016, and even on this car, I changed the wheels to the Flowform forged of Rota, and it's also on KW Variant 3. Changed the brake lines, changed the brake fluid, changed the brake pads as well, and on that alone, happy na. Happiness na. So to me, the business of car accessories, it's it's a must for people that really know how to enjoy their cars. And I'm glad that I'm in it now. I didn't always be in this business. I came from another industry before this, and I'm glad to have met friends and suppliers like Francis, who carry good products also for us to sell on partspro.ph.
Well, I guess since we're already talking about accessories, maybe it'll be a good opportunity for you guys to introduce your companies. So, Rafi, you want to start with Parts Pro?
Sige, it's always me, ha?
Oh, we're gonna go to
Age
Francis in a minute.
before
Don't worry,
beauty,
don't worry.
syempre, pare. Age before beauty.
Hoy,
You're Kuya
Sorry.
Raffy. Remember, you're Kuya
Itong-
Raffy.
hoy, itong look na to, ha? Ano yan? Sadyang-sadya yan. Hindi yan aksidente.
It's to enforce your seniority, and that's okay, man.
I think it's very timely to talk about car accessories now because
Yeah.
we get a lot of messages on our Facebook page about do it yourself, right? DIY, and
Yeah.
I see a lot of people on Facebook doing this work on their cars. I've got stuff that I want to install on my car, and it's hard at this point in time with the lockdown because you need certain gear, right? You need
Okay,
stuff,
this
you
is
need
perfect.
tools, you
So-
need stuff. So go ahead.
This is perfect. Partspro.ph, we are what we aim to be, the online retail auto parts company in the Philippines. And we carry all the brands. Francis is included, right? Brembo.
Yes.
We carry your brands, JP, as well, your OMP. We carry brands like, even the very ordinary brands like Shell, Total, etc., whatever, for everything from lubricants to audio equipment to brake parts and brake accessories to engine parts, engine accessories, etc. The only things we don't sell things that are surplus or used because we cannot guarantee the quality, and we don't sell fake stuff. And there's a
Yon.
lot of fake stuff out there because
There is a lot.
yes,
Don't get me
because
started,
fake
Raffy.
parts-
Yeah, we were just chatting about this.
yeah,
Don't get me started.
because fake parts break hearts.
Yon, that's it.
Yon.
Oh no.
Uh, yes.
All right, so
Now what we've been doing, the way we've been doing it, is that we've offered fair pricing and transparent pricing to everyone. That's what Parts Pro is here for. We put up a website and a Facebook page, and all of our prices are all transparent. It's the same to everybody, and it's right there. Apart from that, we've also put up a channel on YouTube to teach people, the differences, and to teach them more about the products, to teach them how to install it, how easy it is, etc. And which is perfect for times like now during this lockdown.
Yeah.
So we've been up doing this since early 2017, and this 2020, I'd say that it hasn't been great for anybody. But
Yes.
I'd say that there hasn't been a better time to look at getting your stuff online.
yeah. So can you guys deliver? If people order stuff from you
Yes.
now, can you guys deliver?
Yes, we can deliver, and we do pick up. Yes, we allow pickups also from Lalamove, from Grab, etc., whatever. And also, we've just before the lockdown, we launched a section of our website called the Parts Pro Outlet. I think we have the graphic for that. No, Parts Pro Outlet is a section. Yeah, there you go. Parts Pro Outlet is a section for within partspro.ph, wherein we offer all of the excess parts, the clearance parts of all of our partners and suppliers. Like if, like for example, a company like Francis would have two pieces left of
Sure.
of a
Yeah.
particular brake item for a car that's probably discontinued already or whatever. Yeah, diba? You're looking for it, and he wants to get rid of it. He passes it on to us at a much significant discount, and we sell it at a huge discount as well. So like a lot of Filipinos, kasi when they modify their cars or when they look for parts, they like looking in surplus dumps, which
right.
in my opinion is okay, but you can't assure yourself that you're getting a quality item. It's number one, it's used. You don't know if it's broken or not and whatever. So
Yeah.
if you go to Parts Pro outlet, you're getting things at probably even lower surplus dump prices. And they're all
But they're brand new.
and they're all official. And they're
Nice.
all original. We even have a chassis of an L200 there. Yung ganyan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, interesting.
weird stuff. Yeah. Anyway, Francis.
Okay,
ikaw
so
naman.
yeah, Francis.
Okay lang yan. Go, Raffy.
Yeah.
Go lang.
So do we have the graphic of oops, there we go. Auto Performance PH. There we go. So Francis, please take it away.
I'm on the opposite spectrum as Raffy. So Raffy's business is catered more towards the end user. So he's more of a retail guy.
Yes.
In fact, Raffy is one of my earliest customers for Brembo. So what do? We're actually import distributors. There, thank
Anak
you.
ng
That's
pogi
the ng pader.
Hanep.
That's Kilometro Rosso. That is Brembo's R&D facility
Nag-Italiano pa.
just behind their factory, and it's literally 1 kilometer long. So that
Wow.
red facade can be seen from kilometers away,
Wow.
especially when it's lit up. So what we do is we're the exclusive distributors of Brembo. That's the core business, right? So brake pads, brake discs, brake fluid coming soon, and some other brake-related parts. And our bread and butter really is for replacement brake equipment for whatever car you have. Like as obviously JP would know with the Vios Cup, one of our biggest sellers actually is just the regular Toyota Vios, which is the best-selling car in the Philippines. Stuff like Montero Sports, Hiluxes, pickups, SUVs, whatnot. And the idea of Brembo is that people think it's so expensive, and for the big brake kits, yeah, it is quite expensive. But brake pads start at 2,000 pesos, and Raffy sells it exactly at SRP. He's one of the guys that really sticks to our retail pricing strategy. So I mean, you guys, it's a little bit more expensive maybe than some other brands out there, but well, we're the only brake brand not just tested on the road in tropical climates like our own, but the same stuff we use for the taxis is literally the same stuff we put in the Vios Cup race cars.
Wow.
Actually,
Okay.
mura ang I mean, based on our customers, no, mura ang Brembo if it's sold at the correct price.
Correct.
The thing is lang, I can't speak, a lot of other auto supplies and whatever. When they sell the items, number one, you're not sure if they're selling you the original item.
Yes.
Number two,
Right.
a lot of times they sell it at above SRP based on how much they think you're ready to pay. Brembo items are excellent quality for the price. 2,000 plus pesos lang, you have a pair of excellent brake pads already. I mean, how can you go wrong? And it's the same brake pad that Vios Cup uses on track.
Yeah, and in fact, aside from Vios Cup, obviously, well, they're not required. I know they're not required to use Brembo. They have the option for the OE pad and the Brembo pad. But I think the last 4 or 5 champions were all on the Brembo pads. We've won championships in everything from Circuit Showdown, Autocross, Slalom, with the same pads that we supply to literally the everyday
pads,
guy.
huh?
Yeah, they are street pads. They're not race pads, and we don't pretend. Brembo does have race pads. So on the M3 we saw earlier, I do have a set of Brembo race pads, and they're about 70,000 for the set.
Wow.
It's no joke. But those are professional grade race pads that will completely screw you up on the road because you need to heat them up to operating temperature.
So
Kami naman, Francis, no, on for Vios Cup. In the 2018 season, Parts Pro Racing, which is our racing outfit, also sponsored by Parts Pro. We ran 5 VOSs, and of the 5 VOSs, two were using Brembo primarily, and 3 were on OEM.
Sure.
The performance was pretty much down to the driver,
Mhm.
no, and ganyan. However, there were differences between the two pads in terms of engagement,
Sure.
yung how the
Yes.
pedal engages,
Felt, yeah.
yung sa parang initial
Feedback.
engagement
Yes.
ng Brembo is more, there's a little more shove,
And
and
there's also a
ganyan.
better feel, right? There's a better feel for the driver.
Well, some guys say OEM is better. The other guy, it's really a matter of driver preference also. But there is a difference. But in terms of yung actual yung speed at the racetrack, uh, matter of whichever driver is better na lang talaga. But as long as each driver knows how to work with what they've got.
Okay, so guys, basically what we're hearing here is Brembo items or auto performance parts are available at Parts Pro.
They are.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
So if anybody wants Brembo items or any other items from you,
Sorry,
Francis, they can order it
legit.
from what is
Yes,
From
there?
Auto Performance directly
Yeah.
or from Parts.
Okay.
Legit.
Well,
Alright,
yeah. So we
Brembo
do have a
items.
Legit
we do have
Brembo
a,
items.
we have an
There we
arm.
go.
We do have an online retail arm. We are on Lazada actually as a Lazada premium partner. But
Okay.
really, it's not something that we push so much simply because we don't install, we don't have that part of the service. We realize that especially with brakes, a lot of people may not have the right tools at home to do it. But someone like for Parts Pro, for example, or the or Fix Stop, the service arm of Parts Pro,
Yes.
they can do it for you on the spot. So we just put that up really because we did have customers who, for whatever reason, want to just want to go straight. But as Raffy knows, and most of our customers know, if the whatever price Raffy gives them or Parts Pro gives them, and most of our, not all, but most of our dealers give them, it's the same price that we do. So whether you buy from us or someone else, you're really getting the same price. You're getting the same warranty. You're getting the same support. So we really encourage them to go to our dealers because they're, again, our specialty is import distribution, not necessarily retail.
Okay.
The difference lang kasi when you go to Lazada and the like is that Lazada, the item is there for you to buy. Yes, you go ahead, you buy it and ganyan. However, also on Lazada, when it's not being operated by someone like Auto Performance or an
Yes.
official dealer, you don't know if you're getting the real thing also. Second thing is at Parts Pro kami, we have customer service 24 hours
Yes.
via chat. So you can send in your questions, we can discuss, what the difference is between this, that, etc. Ganyan. If there are like 3 different compounds and whatever, we'll be able to discuss that with the customer so that like in all automotive parts, the customer is best satisfied when they are most informed about what they're buying.
Okay. Great, guys. We're gonna move on a bit because we're running out of time.
Sure
A
thing.
quick one. What is the craziest thing that somebody's ordered from you guys? Let's start with Francis. The
Yeah.
craziest thing.
I had a customer who wanted to buy a Stilo helmet, one of the brands that we carry. They're a helmet brand from Italy as well. They do everything from karting all the way up to Formula One. And he came to the office and he goes, "You know what helmet do you have?" And I said, "Oh, I got this helmet right here." And they're relatively expensive. The retail price for a full face is about 50,000. And he goes, "Oh, do you have anything, higher spec?" I said, "Okay, that's quite rare." Okay, I had this one, and I had one piece, just a display piece, a carbon fiber helmet that I think retailed at 140,000, 150,000.
Yeah.
He said, "You know what? I want something more expensive than that." And I said, "Okay, well, the next step is Formula One." And okay, so how much is a Formula One helmet? The same stuff that Valtteri Bottas uses, the same stuff that Lance Stroll uses, all that stuff. Is 340,000 pesos.
No.
And you know what he
And he
said?
ordered it. Yeah.
Can I pay in cash? Oh, and by the way, I want an F1 spec racing suit too.
Oh wow.
So literally
Nice.
on that day he showed up, he pulled out a wad of cash. And literally, took me half an hour to count out all those 1,000 peso bills. It's like, I got to get this to a bank now because this is
Wow.
this is
Yeah.
this is ridiculous. But yeah, that's probably one of the more memorable ones.
That's amazing.
What a
How about
guy.
you?
Well,
How about you, Raffy? What's the craziest thing somebody's ordered from Parts Pro?
well, somebody did inquire about turning his Starex into an off-roader.
No.
So, we had to go through all the possible sets of parts and whatever, and to offer to the customer. I mean, it's crazy in the sense na parang you're turning, a delivery van. I mean, here it's a passenger van. A passenger van into into an off-roader.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. However, when we did think about it, we discussed it. Within 2 minutes, somebody said, "Hey, it's not any difficult from what Mitsubishi did before with the Delica. They had a Delica,
And
which
a 4x4, right? Yeah.
which was na 4x4, na mataas, and ganyan. So it had its own use. But I said, well, that's nuts.
Okay, actually, sorry. I remembered one. Okay, a guy actually asked, "Can we order copy Brembo from you?"
What?
Huh?
I'm serious.
Somebody wanted to order a fake
Facebook
Brembo from you.
inquiry asking about no, and the exact words were, so my guy came up to me, "Boss, what do we do with this guy? Sir, meron po kayong copy Brembo brake kit."
Yeah, bro. Call the police.
I really wanted to, man. Well, what we did instead was we tried to educate the guy. What's what we tried to do? He said, "You know what we try to do it rather than we can fight the guy, but I mean, we try to educate him. Like, if this is really your budget, if your budget's a few thousand pesos, just get new brake rotors and brake pads. You're better off with those than buying a fake big brake kit."
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, there was a guy that wanted to buy a BBS center cap, pero center cap lang.
I think what a lot of these people are missing is the fact that if you buy fake parts, right, it could actually be dangerous for you, right?
Well, the other one also there is that, I realize, especially in my case, I deal with a lot of fake Brembo cases a lot, unfortunately. In most cases, they are buying them not knowing that they're buying fake.
Yeah.
I would say 75% or maybe more of the people who we find actually who have fake Brembo on their cars actually thought they were buying original, because a lot of the times I'll give you an example. We had this guy come in asking about, "Hey, why did my Brembo caliper fade like this? Every time I step on the brakes, the rear wheels lock up." And it turns out there's 5 of them who bought it, and he paid over 130,000 pesos for his big brakes.
Gaya nga ng sabi ko, fake parts.
Yeah.
Brake hard.
Brake hearts. There you go.
He didn't know. The sad part is the guy was the victim. He had no idea. It'd be one thing if he goes, "I'm buying fake parts and I know I'm buying fake parts." The problem is he goes to some other seller, pretending to be legit or whatnot, buys parts there thinking, "Oh, I got a good deal. I got a discount, save myself, 20,000, 30,000, whatever this pesos, but you're buying fake."
Yeah,
Okay.
sa amin nga, ganun na nga. Talagang, that's what we'll never go into, selling fake parts.
Okay, so I'm gonna go quickly to our next part, which is I've got a Facebook question for you guys, and let me see if we can find that Facebook question. It is from a friend of ours. His name is Tonyo Calado. So you
Hi,
guys,
Tonyo. Hi,
there you go.
Paul.
Shout out, right?
Hi, Paul.
So I don't know if we can find that that screenshot, but basically Tonyo has a question, and it's quite good. His question basically is, with the virus issue out now, right? Are there car accessories that we can buy or car products that we can buy to help sanitize or make sure that our cars are COVID-free, right? On the inside.
Okay.
So guys, any comments?
Sure.
Raffy, go ahead.
On Parts
I know you have
Pro's
some
end,
tips.
no?
Yeah.
Well, we have several. Even before the start of the lockdown, we were already selling items which were fogging and misting products that were known to kill viruses and bacteria within the cars already. And apart from that, right now I'm already in the closing stages of working with a chemical supplier which will sorry, three chemical suppliers which have sprays which will surface disinfect also cars. Apart from that, Blowpunk has a product where it's an air purifier also, wherein it plugs into your lighter and it cleans the air as you're going around. And then may konting drama pa dyan, wherein it's got a receptacle where you can even drop essential oil shit and whatever, and it'll essential oilify your surroundings, etc., etc. So there have been a lot of products available, and we do carry them, and customers have been buying them. Yes, it's excellent.
Okay.
There's one I know that I think Raffy also carries this. One of my racing sponsors is Sonax, and I think Raffy also carries their products. If I'm not mistaken.
That's one.
So they have a product that I actually bought maybe a couple of months ago for my car. I don't remember the real term for it, but the nickname we had for it was the smoke bomb. And it's a little canister. It's a little canister that disinfects your aircon system from bacteria and whatnot. And so I use that pretty regularly.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. All right. So Tonyo Calado gets a Parts Pro water bottle. Okay. So maybe we can show that off real quick.
I'll have Billy send it to him.
Okay. Perfect.
Billy works for me now. We all know that, right? And but I met Billy and Tonyo sabay on the same day at Global Karting.
That must
awesome.
have been a very talkative day.
Awesome. Yeah, that's right.
No, it was.
Must have been there all night.
It was the day that I took my daughter out to kart for the very first time, and then it just so happened that JP's son AT was there, and Will was there as well. And I remember, my daughter said, "Okay, I'm gonna go karting, but I want you." She pointed to AT and said, "You be in front of me," and he pointed to Will. Said, "You got to be behind me. Okay, let's go."
Nice. Nice. She knows what she wants. Huh? Okay, so guys, we're about to wrap it up. I think you guys have items for raffle as well. So let's move on to Francis. Francis, what you got? What you got, my friend?
I have actually a few of these to give out. Still a little Hot Wheels toy, Brembo branded Pagani Huayra. So Brembo does have a bunch of tie-ups, Gran Turismo, Hot Wheels, and whatnot. So I have a few of these to give out.
Okay.
So yeah, simple raffle question, I suppose. What is the layup? What is the official brake partner of the Toyota Vios Racing Festival? That should be a simple one.
There you go. So what we'll do is we'll look at the comments section on our Facebook page. And how many of these cars are we giving away?
I have 3, sir.
Okay, so for the first 3 that get the correct answer, we will contact you the day after this podcast, and we'll reach out and figure out how to send you, or maybe you can come and pick it up at our office, these 3 Brembo Hot Wheels race cars, okay? Courtesy of Auto Performance. Okay, so there we go. There's the Pagani Huayra. Man.
Hypercar.
Worth a lot of money.
Well, the real one is.
Okay, so we have one last raffle item, care of Parts Pro. So we have the what do we have, Raph? There we go.
Yeah, it's one of our best-selling products. It's a Fiam AM80S horn. Horns are one of the first things that people change in their cars, especially since a lot of cars, when they come out of the factory, they come out with really dinky sounding horns. Right?
I know, right? Really gay sounding horns.
Yeah, like really nice car, diba? Like nice car. Oh, it's all in black, diba? Macho, and then when it comes out, it's
Yep.
bosses.
I hear you.
Yep.
Yeah. So I hear you. Okay, so what have we got? What's your raffle question for this?
No, my question is, one of the biggest achievements that Parts Pro Racing has had is that we've had, in my counting, it's 28 drivers so far in the last 3 years that we've been operating, and I just like anybody to name any of the 28 drivers that we've been racing with, whether it be Endurance, Vios Cup, Formula V1, or whatever.
So just name 3 of the Parts Pro official drivers.
Yes.
Okay, so we're only giving out one set of this horn. So the first person to get the correct answer gets this horn, and we will be in touch with you guys. All right.
Yes.
So please make sure to comment on the comment box underneath this podcast. Okay, you guys, it's been great having you on the show, and we're gonna now move to some parting messages. A couple of very, very quick parting messages. Can we show the photo of the engine that we have from Francis's car, because that would be a great parting shot, right, for Francis.
All right.
There we go. So Francis, just very, very quickly, tell us what this is.
That is a blown up S50 B30 M3 engine from an endurance race.
So this is how to properly destroy an M3 engine, and Francis knows how to do it. Anybody wants any tips, he'll tell you how to do it properly.
How to blow it up?
No, but I have to say.
Well, I will say this. So
we were running against them for this race, no?
Yeah.
And whenever they blow an engine or whenever they have a major catastrophe the day before, they fix it until the morning of qualifying. They go out there, and sometimes they don't even make it to qualifying. But then again, at the end of the race, they win.
There you go.
So a quick parting word, and thanks, JP. This is actually quite timely. So one of the things that I learned in racing, JP, you know this very well, and Raffy, you know this very well. Motorsport is a great teacher of life. And one of the things you realize is that no matter how difficult your situation may look right now, fortunes can change overnight, and all it takes is for everyone to come together, work together, and work hard. And actually, that engine blew in the 2018 8-hour enduro in Clark. That day, we were able to finish well and finish enough to win the season title. And it's just another example of if you don't give up and if you really put your heads together and work as a team. And in some cases, a quick one, my very first engine problem, Raffy actually came to the rescue. One of my competitors came out to the rescue and provided me with materials I could use to fix the car. And well, he beat me that day, but still, he was kind enough to get me on the grid. And what's this? And a year later, we were, when Raffy unfortunately was sick and couldn't watch the race, we were able to return the favor and provide a bunch of oil for their car for them to keep going. No, but thank you also, Raffy. So, motorsports is a really great teacher, and the lesson really is no matter how difficult things look, like right now with COVID-19, as long as everyone works together, focus on solutions rather than pointing fingers, and then works their asses off to get it done, then great things can happen. Very cool.
Very cool. Thank you, Francis. Raffy, we have a photo of your team, right? They've got the pit board.
That's what I wanted to pull up. Yeah. But
so let me see if I can.
That shit was deep.
It was deep. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Wait. Before we go to your photo, Raffy, Francis, bro, I'm sorry, I can't let it go. What is your bucket list for motorsports? Say it. Put it out there.
Fucking Le Mans. I want to go to Le Mans.
There you go.
I want to be one of those 40. What's this? One of our watch idols.
Yeah.
What's this? Paul Newman's done it. Guy 40 plus years old. Getting to Le Mans, and I don't think I'm ever gonna win. He won his class, came second overall. But at the De Jong of Vios Cup, what's this? Alum went on to go to Le Mans.
We're gonna have him on the podcast in a few weeks. So
that'd be awesome. At the De Jong, hats off to you. So my dream is to get to Le Mans, man. Just get me to Le Mans somehow.
There you go. Put it out there.
If anyone wants to support me to go to Le Mans, I'll send you PayPal accounts.
I'm coming.
After you donate to COVID-19 PPE stuff.
There you go. All right, Raffy, you want to talk us through this photo?
Sure. Yeah. With this photo, this is when we kicked Francis' ass, and. But for me to do this, I mean, look at the driver roster we put together, right? Carlos Anton, 8-time driver of the year. Tyson C, Formula 3 drivers. Steph Marcelo, Inigo Anton, the current autocross champion, diba? This is what it takes. But anyway, what this photo is, it's for us as a team also trying to tell everyone to just do their part and stay home. I mean, the track will always be there waiting for you when it all blows over, and it's better when we do so. Not having to worry about other stuff. That shit wasn't deep.
All right, guys. So we've ran out of time. I just want to thank Francis for being here. Raffy, thank you for being here. It's been great chatting with you guys.
By the way, the logo is on that Parts Pro uniform because we also
yes, there you go.
Thank you very much.
That they
I've really missed chatting with you guys, and I'm happy to see you here. I'm excited to see you guys at the racetrack again as well. I want to invite our viewers out there to check out the raffle. If you guys have seen the questions, please feel free to answer in the chat box below, okay? And, of course, our next podcast will be on May 8th. At 8 p.m., we're going to have Troy Montero and Aubrey Miles. Yes, they're going to be on our next podcast. My name is JP Tuason from Tuason Racing. I'll see you guys. Stay classy.